Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. So on the first update of the day, we have some recent training footage from Derek Lunsford. I actually grabbed this footage from his YouTube channel. I will link the video in the description below. But this was taken at 6 weeks out from this year's Olympia, and Derek is looking incredible right now. And where do you guys think Derek Lunsford is going to place at this year's Olympia? Is he going to be within the top 6? And if you guys think Derek Lunsford is a top 6 guy, I mean, who will he knock out? Hunter Labrada, Nick Walker, William Bonac? This is going to be a very exciting Olympia. Now, speaking of Hunter Labrada, we have recent updates from him. Hunter is about 5.5 weeks out from this year's Olympia. Seems like he's in great condition. And also, when I take a closer look at Hunter Labrada, seems like he has that dry look to the skin, and I'm not sure if I've ever seen Hunter with that before. As you guys know, he took 4th place last year, and it seems like Hunter Labrada is going to come in improved. And if I took a poll on who do you guys think is most likely to get pushed out of the top 6, I'm almost positive everyone would say Hunter Labrada. But I would not count out Hunter this year. He was 4th last year, and it looks like he is improved. And in the next update of the day, we have recent updates of Brett Wilkin ahead of this weekend's Romania Pro. And it looks like Brett really focused on coming in condition for this show. As you guys know, earlier this year, Brett kind of played the size game going into this year's Arnold Classic, and I believe he came in a little bit soft. But I'm honestly expecting to see the best version of Brett Wilkin we've ever seen at this weekend's Romania Pro, and I think Brett may be able to punch a ticket to this year's Olympia. Now, speaking of this weekend's Romania Pro, we have recent updates from Behrooz Tabani, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Behrooz compete this weekend. He hasn't competed since last year's Romania Pro. And I do think it is a possibility he could come out of this show with a win in an Olympia qualification. Now, assuming him and Brett are the top 2, I think Behrooz has better arms, maybe a better back. I think Brett would be a little bit bigger and also may have more ab separation or ab detail. But I do think it will be a great show. Let me know in the comment section below once again, who do you guys have as your pick to win this show? And speaking of Romania, let's take a look at the competitors list for this weekend show. So outside of Behrooz and Brett, I think we should watch out for Mohamed Fouda out of Egypt. He's coached by Honey Rambai. He has a great physique. Also, Roman Fritz. I'm not saying Roman is going to win the show, but he is a fan favorite and comes in good condition. We also have Enrico Hoffman doing this show. Enrico has really been making a name for himself this season. And usually when they have Andrea Mosti listed, it's usually a typo for Andrea Muzi. So maybe Muzi hops into this show, maybe not. But I don't think the top 2 of Brett and Behrooz are necessarily guaranteed. And switching over to Rafael Brandão, these are recent updates of him, courtesy of Brazil Bodybuilding News over on Instagram. Now, Rafa has definitely added on some size within the past year, but I do think his midsection has grown a little bit too. Now, I'm not saying Rafa has a bubble gut by any means, but when you add size, sometimes the midsection just grows as well. But I don't think Rafa is as aesthetic as he was in maybe 2019. But unfortunately, when the current Mr. Olympia is 300 pounds or close to that, you're really going to have to push the envelope. And at 6 weeks out from this year's Olympia, I would like to see Rafa a little bit sharper, but I'm pretty sure Chris Aceto will bring him in on. But hopefully Rafa has a great showing at this year's Olympia. He will be making his Olympia debut, along with Samson Dowda, Andrew Jack, and Derek Lunsford making his open debut. Now, switching over to James Hollingshead, these are recent updates from him. And at 5.5 weeks out from this year's Olympia, James Hollingshead, Ian Valier, and Big Ramy may be the most conditioned guys. And I really believe conditioning will play a big role at this year's Olympia. The guys that have been winning shows off shape and structure and not necessarily bringing the best conditioning, I don't think that's going to fly at this year's Olympia. And if the guys with great shape and structure don't bring the conditioning, I think they will be beat out by guys like James Hollingshead and Ian Valier. Now, if you guys were wondering where is Regan Grimes, I found him training arms with Milos Sarchev. As you guys know, Regan did pull out of this year's Olympia, said he wanted to take some time off to truly grow. I believe Regan said he's been competing for about 10 years and has never really took a full year off. And this isn't the Olympia you just want to show up just to do. Regan has a great physique, but it's possible that he could find himself towards the bottom of the 3rd call out in all honesty. And there's nothing against Regan, it's just because this Olympia is so competitive. But hopefully Regan and Milos have a great offseason and he really brings it next year. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Alfred Chiriac. After placing 2nd at this year's Tsunami Pro behind James Hollingshead and just placing 3rd at Europa behind Theo and Kokoni Bella, Alfred said his season is not over. He will be competing at the Big Man Weekend in just 3 weeks. And with Romania being the last show to qualify guys for this year's Olympia, if Alfred is able to win the Big Man Weekend, he can qualify himself for next year's Olympia, which would give him a very long offseason to truly add some mass. Outside of him needing more size, I don't really see much missing from this physique. Now switching over to 212, we have a recent update from Keone Pearson. And it looks like Keone is working very hard towards that 212 Olympia title. And you guys let me know in the comment section below, where do you guys currently have Keone placing at this year's 212 Olympia? Is this the year he finally nails it? Can he come in and win the title? I personally think he is going to bring a very good package this year, and I think he will be no lower than top 4. Now switching over to classic physique, this is a recent update from Michael Daboul at about 6 weeks out from the Olympia. And almost every time I see his physique, I just wonder, how would this look with maybe 10 or 20 more pounds of muscle? I think Michael should seriously consider moving up to the open class, because it doesn't seem like we're going to get a boost in the classic physique weight cap. This guy has some crazy detail, always brings the conditioning, but I just don't think we're going to get to see the best Michael Daboul at 209 pounds. What do you guys think? And ending this video here with the archive of the day, this may be the hardest archive to guess yet. But as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from GOAT Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.